All right, so now we're in the second half of today, chapter 5. We learn a lot.
Yes.
I had a really funny NBA comment. I'm going to keep it right there. Never mind. This is going on YouTube. I have to be edited. Yes, Gabby? Right when I start recording, Gabby's like, I'm ready. Hold on. No, I can pause it. All right, so we're back up and running. Let me make sure we are recording. I think it's doing that. Yes, it is. Good. Coughing the mic right up the bat. Okay. Now we're going to talk about managing credit and debit card transactions. This is so fun. Welcome back to QuickBooks class. This is going to be the best YouTube video ever. Okay, so credit cards give business owners the ability and an easy way to track expenses and take money from customers. Ooh. I think I already told you this, but the day I started taking credit cards in my business, I doubled my business in one day. Doubled the transactions. So it's a fantastic way to collect money from people because people like to swipe the card. It's a lot easier than having them pay the cash. It's the same reason casinos use tokens or little chips because it's not real money. It's just something you hand over at the time. There's a reason they do that. So, if you're using personal credit cards occasionally for business purposes, you should be shot because you shouldn't be using personal credit cards. That's a big accounting mistake. You don't want to commingle business and personal. But QuickBooks is going to give us an answer to that. You should not enter them into QuickBooks as business credit cards. Only create accounts for business credit cards because we want to keep everything separate. That's separate economic entities. The business is one entity. You are another entity. These two entities should not be together. If they are together, you're in trouble. That's the way we get commingling. We don't want to do that. Well, commingling is more often multiple businesses dipping in each other's businesses. Do that, but we don't want to do that. We want to keep everything separate so we can know if you're having money problems or the business is having money problems. That's how we do that. So credit card transactions are classified as either a charge when you make a purchase or a credit card, or a credit, when you make a return. And as you will use the same form for both types, you will need to choose the correct type when entering in transactions. So let's go over here to enter credit card charges. This one down here that looks like a credit card. Who would have thought? Click. I have so many funny things to say. I'm going to keep it in. All right, so we have our Rhinelander CU Master credit card. We can see that we have either a purchase or a refund or a credit right here in this little area. This is my favorite button, download credit card charges. Unfortunately, we're not tied into any e-banking, or we could just click this button, it'll all come in. Most of it would probably already be put into the right accounts because we would do that. If not, we would go through and we would assign those accounts. We'd be good to go. Now, based upon the type of an account, what is the normal balance of a liability? Come on in. All right, so we're back here. Now, a liability has what kind of a balance normally? Debit or credit? Credit. Credit. An asset has what kind of a balance normally? Debit. An equity account has what kind of balance normally?
Equity. Credit?
Yes, because it's on the right side of the equation, so it's on the right side for the normal balance. So if we're looking at a credit card, which is what kind of an account?
Credit. It's a debit account.
An asset, liability, or equity? What is it? Liability, so it's going to have a normal credit balance. I'm just going to keep confusing you all with this over and over again. So the term credit can be confusing, okay, because the banks typically want us to think backwards because they're thinking in accounting terminology, and they've been telling us that for years. So we learned this in Accounting 101, that in our debit account, right, our debit card, we think a debit card is taking away, but it's not. A debit on an asset is actually adding. But to us, that's backwards because the bank's telling it from their point of view. That means they're giving away money at that point. So it's a debit to them, like it's a bad thing to them. So we've got it all backwards in our head. It's okay. We'll get through it as soon as we get through accounting. But I just want to make sure that as we're talking about credit transactions, we're not getting it mixed up with credit cards and credit accounts are different things. Okay? So we just want to make sure that's there. So if we've entered a bill into QuickBooks, you do not have the option to pay with a credit card. So make sure that if you use the bill pay window to accomplish this task, you must remove the amount from the accounts payable. If we don't, what do we get, Elizabeth? Starts with a D, ends in a double transaction. Double transaction, that's right. We do not want a double transaction in QuickBooks. We want a singular transaction. So we are going to prevent from doing that. So whenever we're dealing with these things, a debit card, the funds are taken directly from your checking account, which is different from a credit card. So we want to write checks window to handle debit card transactions. We want to go to writing checks, not to a credit card area. Writing checks. If we do it through writing a check, no. And I'll show you what I do. And I'm going to flap my tie right here. This is my tie flap, meaning this is my opinion. And I'm just going to show you my real life QuickBooks, how I do debit transactions. I'm going to close this sucker. I'm going to go into write a check. Where is it? Write a check or pay bills through a check or whatever. But when you write the check, what I do is I go up here instead of saying to print. Where's my to print? Print later. I put in here, starts with a D, ends in an debit. That's how I do it. I put debit. That to me signifies that it was done with a debit card. So that's how I've, for years, tracked debit card transactions through QuickBooks. And I recommend it. If you have a better way, I'm not telling you that's the only way. I'm just saying that's been the way I indicate to myself. So what happens is when we go into reconciliation, which we'll do in a little bit, you'll see a whole list of debits. And that's how you know you can go through on your reconciliation and find all your debit card transactions that happen really quickly. And they're all done by the date. And so usually the debit card transaction happens exactly on the date that you swiped it because it's instantaneous. So it shows up right then. So you can just look at the reconciliation, say 5/30, it's going to be the same date in here. And you're going to have it right there. You're just going to put debit next to it. So that's just my way of doing it. You don't have to do that. It's a what? It's a good way. Yeah, and Domingo's used QuickBooks before, right? So it makes sense.
Not to the extent, but I use it for business and personal.
Yeah.
Are we just going to save and close on this one, or are we saving new on this one? After we put this one. Just want to do a save and close?
I didn't enter any. Oh, for the enter credit card charge,
Yeah.
we're going to do, well, that one you can just cancel because we didn't do everything for it. Comes up on 171. We're going to start doing stuff. But it'll all be videotaped for you.
Thank you.
Just because you complete me. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go back to enter credit card charges.
I thought I was a flatter.
You thought you were a what? Fatter person? Oh, flatterer. I thought you said a fatter person. I was like, wow, that's bold. Carne asada fries, that's what they do to me. Okay. So we're going to go to enter credit card charges. Oh, Lisa needs to purchase some supplies for the front desk. So she's also decided to purchase a digital camera so she can start a portfolio of her special event work. She wants to take pictures, little selfies. Take pictures. And in this exercise, we will help Bill, the thief, enter a credit card purchase and a return, as well as pay a bill with a credit card. So let's go ahead and open it up. Let's put in this credit card charge. We're definitely on this Rylander CU thing. We're going to do this to the, it's going to be a purchase. Purchase from the Office Superstore. And notice if I just type O, it comes up. I can hit Tab. The date for this is 5/30. That's great. And reference number, we're not going to have one, but we're going to put $236.38 in. Tab. We're going to tell ourselves what this was for. Front desk supplies and new camera. Why do we do this in accounting? What do we call this in accounting when we put all the details in? Audit trail. An audit trail. That means that if I get hit by a bus, someone should be able to look through my general journal, read what I did, and know what happened because I have so much information in there. We don't have to write paragraphs, but we want to know, oh, there was some front desk supplies purchased and a new camera. That's why it was $236. I'm going to hit Tab again. Excuse me. This is going to go to office supplies. Hold on, I'm trying to find some. Oh, I wore the wrong suit. My halls aren't in this one. Okay. So we're going to put office supplies in there. We can then just type or hit save and new, excuse me. Bloop, bloop. We're happy. Now we're going to do a credit card return. We got something. Oh, I thought they were going to return the camera, like they went and used the camera for the thing and then took it back. Bad people. Andrea, what are you doing? You look like you're trying to get away with something.
Yep.
You got that look like my kids do when they're like, "Don't look at me, Dad. I wasn't doing anything." Okay. So we are going to go ahead and click instead of purchase and charge. What are we going to do, Priscilla?
I'm lost. Sorry.
We're on 172.
No, I know, but I'm behind you. I'm like entering the stuff still.
This stuff right here?
No.
This stuff?
So I don't know where you're at. You still.
So type in tab to purchase charge. Are you on charges?
Yeah.
Then we're going to go down and we're going to put Office Superstore in. Then we're going to put in our date. Are you there yet?
Yeah.
What part are you lost on then?
No, that was it. I just didn't know.
Oh,
Because I'm going from you and then the book too. So.
well, I'm following line for line from the book. I'm literally reading most of the book. I don't even have my own jokes. It's all the book jokes. The fatter person thing, that was in the book. No, it's not. Okay. So on our next one then, after you hit enter, we're going to go over here. Ron, what are we going to do for this next one?
Click on return.
Return or refund credit. There we go. So notice it changed the color. It was orange. If we go refund credit, it goes blue. Talk about blue. We're going to return these back to that same place. So we're going to say Office Superstore, tab. This is on 5/31 of 2013. And the amount is going to be $41.03. We're going to say at the front desk supplies returned. Tab. Gabby, are you all right? Yeah? Okay. And we're going to do office supplies again because that's the account that they went into for the expense. And then we're going to go ahead and hit save and close. So it should look just like this. Bloop, 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 bloop. I like it when everybody has their volume up because that means I know when you're doing stuff. Save and close. We're back. So now what we want to do is we want to pay a bill with a debit card. With a debit card. So what we're going to do in order to do this, we're going to go up to pay bills. ¿Cómo se dice pay bills en español?
Pagar.
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 Pagar los biles.
Pagar los biles.
Sea o recibo.
No como frijoles. Mushi mushi? I have no idea. All right.
Did you catch the thief?
Okay.
Did you just catch the thief?
Bill?
Remember supposedly that you bought a camera and then you caught on and then you, never mind.
We caught a thief. You've got something going on in your head. I don't know what's going on, but this is awesome. It's a way better scenario than what they've given us in the book. She hires a PI and pays with a debit card. 3 days later, she's found dead in a tunnel. No, okay. So we have all of our bills here. Let me go back. So we're going to pay the bills. Pay to the bills. Yeah, there we go. Pay bills right here. Click. I don't see you clicking. Your thing is just crazy? Oh, yeah. Andrea's done updating, right? Almost. You shouldn't turn on your automatic updates.
Middle of class.
I'm just kidding. Mine did it too. You guys saw it happen. I'm sorry. It just happens with QuickBooks. It's okay. It's just an update. If you'd been doing your homework. No. Notice I was gone for a week and mine came up. So I don't know what you guys have been doing for a week. But, okay. The laptop was updating, not QuickBooks? No. Oh. Spit on this Windows crap. Okay. So we return that, and now we're gonna pay with a debit card. So you can record a bill paid by debit card in QuickBooks, although you must use the Pay Bills window in order to properly affect the accounts payable, which is what we want to do. So we clicked on Pay Bills. It comes up and says Show all of our bills. We're gonna check mark this one right here, 6/2/2013. Yes, it's due then. Then we're going to set the date. Today is 5/31, which I think is set right here because we've been using 5/31/2013. Method is a check. We're going to assign a check number. And we're going to take it out of our checking account, which should have an ending balance right now of $14,226.97. 14,000. You are so screwed up. No, we'll figure it out where it is when we get to reconciling. But you did something. And then we're going to go ahead and say pay selected bills, which is this big blue button down here. Click. When it comes up, it says, let me assign the check numbers below. They, in QuickBooks, tell us to put DB for Delta Bravo or douchebag. That's why I prefer to put debit. So, okay. Because I'm not going to insult everybody I pay a bill to. So I like to put debit, but that's just me. So once we're done with that, we can record that. We just say O to the kazay. Makes my sound, comes up and says, hey, I'm done. Do you want to pay more bills or do you want to be done? I'm going to be done. Because we're going to go to my favorite part, reconciling accounts. Drum roll. Okay. All right, Elizabeth? Okay. This part's great. So it's important to make sure that everything we do in QuickBooks is always done properly and in order and accurately. And how we figure out whether or not it was done accurately is through reconciling. Now, QuickBooks makes reconciling, because we just did this, I think, in Accounting 102, didn't we, right before this class? Who was in Accounting 102? We were doing reconciliation. Did I photocopy everything off and show you how to cross out, or was that too? Okay, so we did that in that class. I get all my accounting classes mixed up. So that whole process that we did in that class, using this tool becomes way much better. way much better. Way much better. Más, muy guapo. Yeah, muy guapo. It's 174. No, muy guapo. Muy guacamole. That's a lot of guac. I'm el guapo. Or muerte. Either one. Muerte de la guapo? No, I don't know. Anyway, so you should be aware that some important reconciliation features exist here, and that we when we save these things, we can save them in PDF so we can email them. We want to be able to read PDFs, and so it's always good to have a PDF file storage location. We can locate discrepancies when we're doing reconciling, and this is also the spot to figure out when our account balances don't match. So we have a change in a previously cleared account amount. We have transactions that were manually uncleared in the register, and transactions which the date was changed to a different statement period. We have all these different things that we can do. And we can reconcile credit cards. If we go to page 177, we're going to try and help Bill, the thief, reconcile the checking account for Chez Devereaux Salon and Spa. The bank statement for this account that you will use to complete the reconciliation is displayed here.
That's where Elizabeth came to, because she was talking about the thief.
Yeah, because I call Bill the thief. Yeah. So before you begin, you will be working with a bank statement and a credit card statement. You can use the illustrations shown, or you can print them from your file storage location. The files are labeled DYS 5.5 checking statement and DYS 5.5 credit card statement. Let me just see if I have those. Do I have those? I don't see any of that. Do you see it? I don't see it. I got wet noses. I don't have it. Did you guys get it? Un momento, por favor. More broccoli. Let me see if I've got it in my Google Drive, because I'll print it out. Because what did I teach you to do in accounting? We're not going to do that in the book. Yeah, cross it out. We don't want to do that when we're in here. Let's see here. What is this? Accounting 108, Labyrinth. Chapter 5. Nope, I don't have it. What the heck? You have it? I downloaded the same thing you do. Oh, here it is. No more monkey business. Let me just print these out really quick. I'll get them first. What? Here, I'm gonna print out a bunch of them for us so we can have them all. In fact, before I do that, well, yeah, who cares? Let's do that one, and then let's get the second one, credit card, checking statement. I'm going to print these really quick, go grab them, because this is way easier to do my way, I think. All right, so everybody should be getting these, and now we have our own copy that we can write on, because I like to write on them. I really recommend when you are doing this for yourself, you take your bank statement, you photocopy it, get online, print out a copy, a second copy that you can write all over, because this will make this reconciliation process much faster. Now, you don't have to do this. This is just layman, like regular person doing QuickBooks. It just makes it so much easier, in my opinion, and it prevents mistakes. That's what we want, mistake prevention. So we're going to go ahead and click on, they're passing around, it's okay, everybody will get it, but everybody while you're waiting, go ahead and click on Reconcile. Right here. It's going to come up and say, what account do we want to reconcile? Well, we're going to pick, I believe, our checking account first. Yes, so we're going to pick our checking account. The statement date, let's go ahead and look at it right here, the one that says bank statement, checking statement, excuse me. What's the date on this one? What's the closing date? Or the statement date, I guess. 5/31. Perfect. What was our beginning balance? What if my beginning balance doesn't match? Why doesn't it match? Oh, there we go. Thank you. I'm a year ahead. It's 5/31 of 2013. Still doesn't match. This is the first time you're reconciling an account. You know balances or you may be avoided to leave occasionally company out of fund damages. Yes, it helped me. Okay, we're just gonna, I'm hoping this is gonna work. I think we're gonna have our original one we gotta do in here. So we're gonna say our ending balance, which is the important one, is going to be $14,216.97. Now before we go anywhere, my ending balance is listed. What we're doing is we're making it match. So my ending balance right here says $14,216.97.
My beginning balance is $14,216.97. On here.
My beginning balance is 0. What do you have? Well, yeah, you can't change it. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Yours is negative? All right, Nick, let's just run with this. It's okay. And we're gonna learn the process, and then we can go back and see what's wrong with the file, okay? So just put as your ending balance $14,216.97. Now before we go anywhere, do we have any service charges? $10 on what date? On the 31st of 2013. So we're going to do a service charge. That account is going to go into bank service charges right here. So we got to label where it goes. And did we earn any interest? Doesn't look like it. So we're going to go ahead and hit continue. Now this is the awesome screen right here. This has got everything in it.
Could you go back
Ooh, I don't know if I can go back. I can pause for a second though.
On account, do I put anything on account?
Yeah, you got to put bank service charges. And you cannot go back from this point. I am at the point of no return. I'm serious. On this one, this is a big deal right here. Now, Nick, do you have anything checkboxed in here already? Like in this screen, do you have anything checked?
No.
Because you're at 14, so I'm wondering why. All right. What we are going to do is we should have a bunch of stuff from 429 on, which we do, office supplies. I have this one right here, which is my beginning balance. None of this has been reconciled, so that's great. But what we want to do is we want to take and look at here on our bank statement, and we want to find those transactions as they relate to the reconciliation. So I'm going to look down and say, on 5/2, check 1097, cleared for $25.31. Do you guys see that one?
Yes.
Right here. Just click anywhere on it. It'll put a checkbox next to it. What I do is I take my blue pen out, because I always use blue. I click it open, and I go down to this photocopied version, and I go like this. Crossed out, all the way across. When I cross it all the way across, guess what that tells me? I've accounted for it in the program. And if you just put a little checkbox next to it, I've just had mistakes happen. That's why I go all the way across the line. That way I know that one's done. Next one, check number 1098 was for $54.89. We want to make sure that the amounts are right. So we're going to say, great, that's good, $54.89, check. All the way across. Crossed out. 1099, $24. Check all the way across. 1100, $34. Check all the way across. $500. Check number 3001. But wait a second. This says 3000. This says 3001. I'm getting all screwed up now. I don't know if the book's wrong or if it's just screwing with me at this point. 230, 248. I'm looking for the. So this should be, these two checks are backwards. This one should be 3001. This one should be 3000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double tap on that one. It brings me up into the check. See this? If I double tap it, it brings me into the check. I'm just going to go in here and replace this with 1. Hit save and close. It's going to warn me. Yes, I want to record the transaction. It says keep the number because I'm going to go and fix the other one. And now this has the right number in it. So now I can just check it and go all the way across.
After you put this in 3001, then what you do?
Save and close. It's the big blue button. 3002 is $136.54. Looks like the right one. I'm going to check it all the way across. Now, I want you to see this as we're doing this. Down here, it shows us at the bottom right. This is our beginning balance, or this is our ending balance. This is what we've cleared so far. It's saying right now we're $15,000 off. This is a good thing because you get to the end, and if you've missed a deposit or a check, it'll tell you like $75. If you miss something and it comes up as an even number, you know you missed a transaction. It's really easy to find those things. So it's a good indicator of what's going on as you do this.
5/32/2013, check number 3001.
Yeah.
Where did we go? How did we do that again?
If you just double tap on this check right here, just double tap it, it'll open up the check. You can change the checking number. Just double tap right here. 3001. And then do a save and close. Now we're not changing the dates. Why aren't we changing the dates, Annette? Because we wrote the check on one day, and it cleared the bank on the other. So as long as it's after the day we wrote the check, we're okay with that. That means somebody just took a couple days to deposit it. So let's go ahead and keep going. 183.46. Cost Club, all the way across. Check 1100. Now this one I know I'm going to have a problem with because this was check 3000. So double tap it. Go up here to check 3000. Save and close. Yes, I want to record it. And I'm off to the races. Good. Check number 3000 has now been recorded all the way across.
So did you change the number?
I just changed the check number to 3000 on this one.
It's a possibility to be able to track when and how you made the mistake.
No. You might have just fed the check wrong in QuickBooks. So you get these pre-printed stacks of checks that you load in the printer. Maybe somebody accidentally just missed those two. You thought you'd done it one way, but they printed on the different ones. You can just go in and change that. Allen Brothers, 3003, 3621, all the way across. 164.78, 3004, all the way across. When you get good at reconciling, it goes really fast when you have all the information. 3005, $200, all the way across. 3008, Wisconsin Power, 134.28, all the way across. What's going on?
3008 is mixed up.
No, it's not.
2006, 2007, 2008.
No, 3008 is okay.
As long as the amounts are right, you're fine.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in order here. We're looking at, these are all in date order. As long as in the problem, these two were different numbers. Like the checks were actually, the $500 check was written as 3000. So we just want to make sure those things match. We don't necessarily have them go in order. You okay, Andrea? Okay. So we can, a lot of times you'll see these things skipped all around. You'll be jumping all over the page. That's why you use that whole line across, because you'll slowly but surely be eliminating down to the thing that you need to add. That's the whole point, is we're reconciling. We're taking what we have in one hand, what we have in the other, and is it the same? We're going to make them the same. The dates, as long as the dates on the bank statement are later than the dates in QuickBooks, you're totally okay, because we're going to write the check in QuickBooks, send the check, a couple days later after they deposit it, it's going to go through the bank. So it should always be a little bit past that. All right, so check number 3007 for $232.16. That one looks good. All the way across. 6327. All the way across. If you get good at this, you can charge tons of money to do QuickBooks for people, because a lot of people just don't know how to reconcile. This is where all the problems are. They'll be doing a bunch of entries that are all screwed up, and they won't know how to just reconcile. And this is what they pay accountants to do, like bookkeepers, is reconcile. Let's go over to deposits now. If we're going to deposit something, we're going to jump over here, and it says we have an $861 deposit. Check. I see 861 all the way across. I typically, when I do it, do all the checks and then all the deposits. But you can do it in order if you want. And typically, this isn't a good bank statement. Typically, all the deposits are up here and the checks are down here. So you have them separated. So that's why I always do one and then the other, because you've got them all separated anyway on the bank statement. On 5/30, we had another one for $100. Deposited all the way across. We also did a transfer to savings for $5,000, which is down here on 5/30. Check that one off. Should be at the bottom. If you did that, then you didn't do the transfer that we did. If you need to go back, you can just go in here and do a banking transfer funds, and you got to put the $5,000 from checking into savings. Okay.
$5,000, right?
Yeah, it was $5,000.
What was the transfer?
It was $5,000 from checking to savings.
When is it here?
It's right here. And it's on the page. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4th thing up.
I got it. Like in blank.
You got what?
The $861 doesn't show up on the deposit.
You didn't deposit all the funds then. You got to go up into banking and go down to make deposits. And then there should be a whole thing that comes up and says all these things need to be deposited. You got to select all and put them in there. Now I'm going to scroll down just a little bit. I have one more thing here. $129.23 at the bottom for the Williams Telephone Company or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and cross that out. And I crossed out my service charge when I put it in originally, that $10. So that service charge at the bottom should be already crossed out because we did that originally. It's right here, service charge. We put that in the first screen. So it's already accounted for. Now, if you look at this, how far off am I? How far off am I? No. How far off am I? $20,432.67. Now, is there anything in my reconciliation that would show funds transfer? Proof that even a LeBron fan can do this. So look, this is the magic number right here. When we see a difference of 0, everything is reconciled. That means the heavens have aligned, our books match the bank, everything's good to go. So as soon as we do that, we have now reconciled the account. This is a struggle for a lot of people, okay? Because they'll sit there and I've seen it time and time again. I fall prey to it when I do my own books. You'll be off by $1.23. You're like, what the freak? Where's the $1.23? Oh, screw it. I'm just going to put in miscellaneous. No, you've missed it somewhere. You just have to go back and you'll always find it. It's just math. It's not made up $1.23. Something is typed in wrong. Something was done improperly. If there's not if there's not 3 zeros down here, there is a data entry issue somewhere in QuickBooks. You need to go find it and fix it. There should never be a reason to use a slush fund to reconcile. It just shouldn't happen. It's math. It's there. And you know what? None of us are running huge businesses. We can spend a few minutes to figure it out. Now, at the very end of this, you're going to have to go home and do the credit card statement yourself. Same process. There's only a couple transactions. But I just want to show that we have zeros, and we're going to say reconcile now. This is important, everybody. Reconcile now. Click. It's going to come up with this report. It's going to ask me what I want to do. Say, great, I appreciate that. Thank you. Do I want a summary? Do I want a detail? Or do I want both? I normally go with a summary, but you can do both. It's not going to hurt anything. It's extra paper, but we're going to PDF it anyway, so we might as well. A detail will give you in case, because in a normal transaction, in a normal business, life goes on, and we don't reconcile till like the 10th of the next month. We don't reconcile the day of and have the bank statement. We have to wait for the bank statement to show up, and sometimes the bank statements aren't at the end of the month, so we have to do all these things to figure out how to get to that point. But so we go, and we'll have a bunch of transactions left over. When you use the detail shows you all the other things that haven't been reconciled yet. So that's just important to know. So I'm going to go ahead and say, sure, let's go ahead and display this. Okay, it shows all data. There we go. So this shows us that our ending balance. This is our reconciliation summary that says we had checks, 17 checks, 3 deposits. For a total of this, we had a final balance of that. Shows us our beginning balance. For some reason, I don't know why my file didn't have this beginning balance where it was supposed to be. That's okay though, because I'm at the ending balance being perfect. At the beginning of next month, when I need to reconcile for June, my beginning balance is going to be this $14,216.97. As long as you do it every month, you keep track of everything, it makes it really easy because you're just correcting 1 month at a time. You just go. And people are real lazy. They don't want to just spend the half an hour to an hour of sitting down and doing their books. This is a lot of this is like the big thing because this tells you what's screwed up. If you can reconcile to the bank statement, then you know what's going on in that account. If you have 5 accounts and they're all reconciled, you know what's going on with your business. All your cash is accounted for. All your money is taken care of. It's like 90% of the battle. So I can go ahead and hit print. And I can print it to, do you guys have PDF complete or anything like that? I don't know if a file would let me do it. Yeah, print to PDF. Hit print, and I would save this out to my desktop. Let's just say Chapter 5. I would actually put your name. Chapter 5, and then put, what is this one? This is I can't turn the page. Shoot, we got to go. This is Develop Your Skills, DYS 5.5. Then I've saved it. It's all gone out. Yipper skipper. Okay.
Mr. Greg,
Yeah.
can we do that again? Do we need to save, we need to save this, right?
You want to save this stuff in PDF because that's what I want you to be submitting is the reports we're going to get out. Do you have XPS printer?
No.
Microsoft XPS? Everybody should have XPS. Under printers, if you go to print, sorry, this is not in QuickBooks now, this is the PDF. If you go to print, you should have Windows XPS Document Writer if you don't have PDF. This is just like PDF, it's just XPS document. So put your name, put the chapter, put the exercise, and then submit it to the Dropbox.
I got it now. I already put it into my.
That's all right. Watch. I just want everybody to see this really quick. It's okay. I'll come show you afterwards, okay? What we're going to do tonight is we're going to go home. We're going to finish the credit card one, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then, you know what? Tomorrow, how much more do we have here? Chapter 6 is kind of short, I think. Go home, do the credit card reconciliation. And then tomorrow, if you can start on your reinforcing your skills, I need you to do reinforcing your skills for homework. And yeah, all the reinforcing your skills for your homework and apply your skills. So if you can do those tonight, that's fine. We will attack a little bit more. We'll finish the end of the chapter tomorrow and jump into chapter 6. So do reinforcing your skills and apply your skills tonight for homework if you can. If you can't, you can wait till tomorrow because we're going to be doing a few little banking things. And what you want to be doing whenever you're done, when it says kick out report, you want to save it as an XPS document, name, chapter, what assignment, like what it is, like do it yourself or develop your skills, DYS 5.5. Yes, sir. Yes. No. Okay, wait, let me answer this really quick. The printer is a printer. It's not a file. It will kick it out as an XPS printer because it's a digital piece of paper coming out. That way no one can change it later. That's the difference. A file, anybody can go in and alter. A printed document, which is, even if it's a digital printed document, cannot be altered. Let me hit pause really quick, or stop.